saviour of the country. However, revenge rears its head in the form of Phidias, a senator who doesn't like Coriolanus' rise to power and actually starts to poison the Senate with views that he shouldn't be the hero and calls for his death. So as you can see, resonance with Syria at this moment. So, Harvey House, are we ready? William? Thumbs up. Backstage? Possibly. I will say I am timing all of these because for the regional event they have to be between 10 and 15 minutes. If they're over 15 minutes they cannot be considered for an award. So, Bishops, well done. 13 minutes, 37 seconds.
Gold one.
So, Godwin, well done.
Yeah. Good
Bishops, I'm sure yours will be about the same sort of time as well. Anyway.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Simplicity. Oh.
For your wants, your suffering in this dinner. You made no strike it even with the staves and lift them against the Roman state. Whose course will on the way it takes? Cracking 10,000 curves of strong, more like a summer than can ever appear in your impediment. For the dirt, the gods, not the patricians, make it. And your knees to them, not arms, must help. Alack, you are transported by calamity, and you slander the helms of the state, who care for you like fathers, when you curse them as your enemies.
Care for us, true indeed. They ne'er care for us yet, but suffer us to famish, and their storehouses, crammed full of grain, make earnest the usury to support usurers. Repeal daily any wholesome act established against the rich, to provide more piercing statutes daily, to chain up and restrain the poor. If the wars eat us not up, they will, and there's all the love they bear us.
Then you must confess yourself wondrous malicious, or be accused of folly. I shall tell you a pretty tale, and may be that you have heard it. But since it serves my purpose, I will venture to stay alert a little more.
Well, I'll hear it, sir. Yet you must not think to fob off our disgrace with a tale. But an it please you, deliver.
For that being only the lowest, basest, poorest, of this most wise rebellion thou goest foremost. Thou rascal, that art worse than blood to run, least first to win some vantage. But make you ready your stiff bats and clubs. Roman and rats are at the point of battle. The one side must have failed. Hail no Coriolanus.
What's the matter, you dissentious rogues? That rubbing the porridge of your opinion? Make yourself scabs.
We have ever your good word.
He that will give good words to thee will flatter beneath the pouring. What would you have, you curs? That in these several places of the city you cry against the noble Senate, who under the gods keep you in awe. What's their seeking?
For calling their own race. Whereof they say the city is well stored.
Hang 'em! I'll sit by the fire and presume to know what's done in the capital. They say there's grain enough. Would the nobility lay aside their roof and let me use my sword? I'll make a quarry with thousands of these quartered slaves, as high as I could pick my lance. Go! Get you home, you fragments.
Where's Coriolanus?
Here, what's the matter?
The news is, sir, the velocities are in arms.
I'm glad of it. So we shall have the means to vent our musty superfluity. Let's along. Which you profane, never sound more. When drums and trumpets on the field prove flatterers, let courts and cities be made of all false faith soothing. No more, I say. You shout me forth in acclamations hyperbolical, as if I loved my little should be dieted, and praises sauced with lies.
Coriolanus! 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 Coriolanus!
Go. Tell the lords of the city I am here. Deliver them this paper, having read it. Bid them repair to the marketplace, where I, in theirs and in the commons' ears, will vouch the truth of it. Him I accuse the city ports by this has ended, and intends to appear before the people, and dispatch yourself with words. Go! Ah, most welcome.
How was it, Sergeant?
Even so, as with a man by his own arms and poison, and his charity slain.
Most noble sir, if you do hold the same intent wherein you wished us up, will deliver you with great anger.
Sir, I cannot tell. We must proceed as we do find the people.
The people will remain uncertain. We'll see there's difference, but the fall of either makes the survivor heir of all.
I know it. And my pretext to strike at him admits a good construction. I raised him, and I pawned mine honour for his truth, who, being so heightened, he watered his new plants with dews of flattery, seducing so my friends, and, to this end, he bowed his nature, never known before, but to be rough, unswayable, and free.
Sir, his stout, but he can stand and consult, which he lost by lack of strength.
That I would have spoken of, being banished for it. He came unto my birth,
presented to my knife his throat. I took him, made him joint servant with me, gave away in all his own desires. Nay, let him choose out of my own files his projects to accomplish, my best and freshest men to serve his designments, in mine own person, and hope to reap the fame, which he did end all his, and took some pride to do myself the wrong that, till the last, I seemed his follower, not partner. And he waged with me his countenance, as if I had been mercenary.
So he did, my lord. The army marvelled at him, and in the last, when he had carried Rome, and that we looked for no spoil and glory.
There was it, for which my sinews shall be stretched upon him. And a few drops of woman's rue, which are as cheap as lies, he sold the blood and labour of our great action. Therefore shall he die, and I'll renew me in his fall. But hark, here come the lords.
You are most welcome, Harvey.
I have not deserved it, but, worthy lords, have you with heed perused what I have written to you?
We have, and grieved to hear it. What faults he made before the last, I think might be found easy to find. But there to end where he was to begin, and giving away the benefits of our living, answering us with our own charge, making a treaty with every guild. As if it's no defense. He approaches, you shall hear him.
Hail, lords! I have returned your soldier, no more infected with my country's love than when I parted peace, but still subsisting under your great demands. You are to know that prosperously I have attempted, and with bloody passage, led your wars even to the gates of Rome. And we here deliver, subscribed by the consuls and patricians, together with the seal of the Senate, what we have propounded on.
Read it not, noble lords, but tell the traitor in the highest degree. He hath abused your powers.
Traitor? How now?
I, traitor Coriolanus, you lords and heads of state, perfidiously he has betrayed your business. For certain drops of salt, he has given up your city Rome. I say your city to his wife and mother, breaking his oath and resolution like a twist of rotten silk. Never admitting counsel of the war, but at his nurse's tears, he whined and roared away your victory, which left pages blushing and men at heart looking wondering at each other.
Yes, thou, Mars.
Nay, not the god, thou boy of tears.
Ha!
No more.
Measureless liar! Thou hast made my heart too great for what contains it, O slave! Pardon me, lords, 'tis the first time I was ever forced to scold. Your judgments, my grave lords, must give this cur the lie, and his own notion, who wears my stripes impressed upon him, and must bear my beating to his grave, shall join to thrust the lie to him.
Peace, both of him he speak.
Cut me to pieces, Molosses, men and lads, stain all your edges on me. False hound! If you have writ your nails true, 'tis there, like an eagle in a dove coat. I blotted your Molossians to Coriolanus, along I did it, boy!
Why, noble lords, will you be put in mind of his blind shame, which was your fortune by this unholy braggart, your own eyes and ears?
Let him die for it!
Peace! Whoa! No outrage! Peace! This man is noble, and his fame folds in this over the earth. His last offences shall have judicious hearing. Stand, Orpheus, and trouble not the peace.